Is a 405-pound deadlift actually strong or just average gym strength?
Why'd that feel heavy?
In today's video, we're going to be going over that. So first things first, 405, I wouldn't consider an elite deadlift, but I would consider it a very strong benchmark of your dedication in the gym, right? Most people can't just go into the gym and just deadlift 405 on the first try, right? Funny enough, I actually did deadlift 405 on my first try ever deadlifting. But then again, I was 230 pounds, right? So my whole mindset was like, I better hit 405, right? Here's a video of me hitting 405 for the first time ever, like first time deadlifting ever. And yes, I was 230 and I was doing conventional mixed grip at the time because that's just what I was looking at. That's what I was like, okay, I'll try this, right? And 405 for me, for hitting it for the first time, I was impressed because I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But I wasn't overall like bragging about it, right? Because 405 for my body weight at 230, I feel like that was at least the bare minimum. I didn't want to hit anything below that. And again, 405 is a lot, pretty much. It really depends on your body weight, right? Like if you're someone who's way over 200 pounds, like what I was, 230, I would say 405 is a pretty respectable deadlift, but it's not something that would be considered elite, especially if you're like looking at powerlifting standards, right? 405 is like practically entry level. But if you're like 170 pounds, 180 pounds, 405 is like pretty much brag worthy in my opinion, right? That's like, okay, you have been in the gym for a minute and you're strong as crap, right? That's my take on that. But 405-pound deadlifts among the general population, only 10 to 20% of the like people among the general population in the general world can actually hit 405, right? So yeah, it is an impressive lift. It shows like, okay, you've been in the gym for a while. You're not the beginner level or even intermediate at this point. You know, you're stepping into the world of advanced lifters. So that's my opinion on 405. And yeah, I believe like if it's like kind of like a 225-pound bench press, it's an amazing like, you know, category in its own. It's an impressive benchmark, but it is achievable if, you know, dedicated enough, right? You know, 405, like it places you pretty decently, but again, it's always about like how much do you weigh, you know, respective to your body weight ratio. Because again, if you're like 170, 180, less than that, yeah, 405 is just practically like, okay, that's a strong mofo, right? But again, if you're like 230 like I was expecting to hit 405, right? I wasn't really going to take anything else less than that. Now, that's just my personal opinion. Again, I believe 405 is a respectable deadlift, but in like the realm of powerlifting, especially if you're like over 200 pounds, like I'd probably like I'd want to see you at least at 500. Especially if your body weight's like 230, like dude, 585 minimum, honestly. But is 405 respectable? Yes, especially if you're just a casual gym goer, someone who just likes to lift casually. Like if you're pulling 405, you've obviously been in the gym for a while. You know what you're doing, right? You're doing your accessory work, and yeah, that's good, you know. On YouTube, I currently have 824 subs. I'm trying to get to 1,000, and I appreciate you guys for everything you do. If you guys can just subscribe and help me get to that goal, that'd be awesome. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.